Hi all, and welcome to Woodshed Theory. I want to be honest, but this is hard for me to talk about. Been thinking for about a year about this and what I would say and what this would look like. And I think that I'm ready to talk about it. But I won't lie, I'm afraid. I'm autistic. I am on the spectrum. Me, I have autism. There, I did it. Now it's done. It's on a recording, so it's real, right? So that's it. I did it. I said it out loud. Not that maybe there are people who know, but I've never said it out loud to the world. I'm not ashamed of being on the spectrum, but I've learned that there are some preconceptions to what that means. And my worry is that while being open and honest about my journey through diagnosis and how I've grown in my life so far, my worry is that I know that not everyone is going to be nice about it. And I know that people will have opinions, and I don't necessarily care about them. But I also know that I can be super fragile, and I don't know how I'm going to respond to the inevitable feedback that I'm going to get opening myself up to the world. I'm just about a year into my autism diagnosis. I never thought that I would be able to talk about it out loud, but it's 2021, and here we are. I have learned a lot over this past year about myself and about others and how to communicate and what my life can look like. I'm in a better place than I feel like I've ever been. So I think I'm ready to move forward as a publicly autistic person. I know that there is privilege in that not everyone can hide the fact that they're on the spectrum. I've spent my whole life hiding it from other people. And I don't want to mask anymore. I don't Gosh, I sound so eloquent in my head. I don't want to mask anymore. I want people to know my full identity as a person, and that includes my brain, and that includes being on the spectrum. I spent a lot of my adult life trying to fit in and be somebody that, I don't want to say somebody that I'm not, but I had no idea I was on the spectrum, and I was really just copying what I was seeing in other people to be able to fit in enough to keep up. But eventually I couldn't keep up anymore, and I burnt myself out, and here we are now. But I really wanted learning that I was on the spectrum was really difficult for me. And that is because I have really struggled in my life since early childhood. I had no idea why I didn't fit in, or why I wasn't able to communicate well with others. Why don't I have friends like other people have friends? Why do people not seem to understand what I'm trying to tell them or what I'm trying to convey? Then you find out that it was you, and that you're the one with communication issues. You're the one who doesn't read facial expressions. You're the one who struggles with eye contact. When this whole time I just thought that it was other people's problem, and I was mostly alone because that makes it easier. Just think about it like this. You're going along in life thinking that you are communicating with the people that are around you. And then you find out that for 30 years, you've been speaking a different language than them and not understanding why they aren't understanding you, and not understanding why you can't understand them. And now I know, and autism has been an answer to that. So where do I go from here? That's a complicated question. I've been thinking about it for 12 months. And what I have decided to do is to find a role for myself in the world where I can be creative, where I can share my autistic experience with other people. One of the biggest things that I'm concerned about is making sure that girls who are younger are able to get diagnosed at a much earlier age. Because I was 31 when I was diagnosed, I had not very much support going up through school, especially in social situations, and I wish that I had had that support. So I think if we bring more attention to female autists, then doctors will be able to know what the signs and symptoms are, and will be able to diagnose girls at a much younger age. I've decided to start a YouTube channel. Why? Number one, I can work on things that I'm really passionate about, and I can show you how I view the world through my autism brain. Two, I can control the amount of sensory stimulation that I'm getting. and the anxiety that I am experiencing by working for myself. 3, I can, as I said before, bring awareness to autism spectrum disorder in females and make sure that all girls on the spectrum are able to be diagnosed and given the resources they need as early as possible in their life. 4, I have always wanted to make videos for fun as a profession. It's something I have done for many, many years. I just haven't shared them in this way. So I'm excited to be able to share, consume content, and kind of do it in my own way. 5, I have 1 million crazy ideas in my head, but I have no way to share them. This is that way. And then finally, I really want a way to build my self-confidence and express myself to others in a healthy way. Finding out you're on the spectrum later in life really knocks your confidence. I was always a super confident person, but when I found out I was on the spectrum, all of a sudden everything changed. It was just like taking a step back. Maybe a good way to put it was that everything was fuzzy and then came into focus. Things that I had experienced my whole life finally made sense, and I'm just ready to get back to being myself. I'm ready to build a community. I'm ready to just share my journey of growth with you. So I hope that you will come along and watch my channel. I don't know what all the videos are going to look like. There might be some crafts. There's going to be some sewing. We're going to talk about autism. We're going to talk about life. We're going to talk about my cute little bunnies. So I hope that you will come on this journey with me of self-discovery and self-growth. I am new to this extent of video editing, so I am learning how to edit videos, how to do social media, how to add music to a video that is not copyrighted. All these things, so many little pieces, how to do affiliate links, so many little pieces to setting up a YouTube channel and trying to make a go at this. But that's okay. Hang in there with me. I know that things are only gonna get better. Are the first few videos gonna maybe stink? Yes, but that is totally fine. I wanna share my experience with you. I wanna share my joy with you. I wanna share my sadness with you. And if that means having to get over this hump of being nervous about being on a camera and sharing my life, that's okay. So I just ask that if any of this sounds good to you, that you would support me. It's free to do. Like, comment on my videos, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, all that jazz. I'm excited to share this with you, and I hope that you will come along and do this with me. I know that this was kind of rambly, but I want it to be authentic, and I want to be real with you, and this is where I'm at. And I'm really proud of myself for saying all these things out loud to the internet. So hopefully we'll be uploading 3 times a week. And I hope that you come and hang out with me and learn a little bit about females with autism and how to sew and all different things. Okay, I'll see you soon.